and welcome to Stitches and Jacks. Just let you know where you can find me. You can find me obviously on YouTube under Stitches and Jacks, Ravelry under Stitches and Jacks, email stitchesandjacks@gmail.com. I think that's right. Is there anywhere else you can find me? Oh, on Instagram. Stitches and Jacks. Well, that's that bit over. I hate that bit. I don't know why. I should be used to it by now. But it'll be on the slides at the beginning of the video. So welcome to a special edition. Freddie's birthday presents. The reason I'm putting a little video together is because his birthday is in about 10 days, and I'm not very far along on the 3 projects that were on my bucket list. So I thought I'd put a little video together today and hopefully hold me accountable. He's not going to be bothered, but do you know what it's like when you think, oh, I'm going to make this, I'm going to make that. You totally underestimate how much time everything takes, and you want to make everything, or I do at least. So yeah, get yourself a drink. Well, I've not got any water. Right, and get yourself a drink. Come and sit down. Yeah, come on in. Come and sit on my couch and come and join me and give me some company. And I'd just like to say before I go on, remember my manners. Is that you're welcome. You're very welcome, all of you. My old subscribers, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. New subscribers, I've had a few more since last time, so thank you very much. And I'm not very good at promoting myself, but if you enjoy yourself today, if you enjoy the content, yeah, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, leave me a comment, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and perhaps tell a friend. Suggest me to a friend. That would be really nice. So yes, if you could do that, that would be great. So I've got 3 projects that I want to talk about today. One started, one I have everything together now, I think, and the third one, and that's the one I'm kind of worried about. I'm not going to get done. Yeah, I'll talk to you, and I think I realised why. So the first project that I want to make for our young Fred, or my young Fred, is a Toft monster. So this is the book from Toft, from Kerry Lloyd. Really, really good book. Let me just take this out. And I don't know if you show my age now. Or perhaps it's come around again, so I might be younger than what you think. Did you ever sort of sit at the table and you'd get a piece of paper, like a long piece of paper? You'd draw a head, you'd fold that over, pass that to the next person. You'd get that person sit next to you, you'd get their head, but you won't be able to see it. Then you kind of have to draw a body and sort of repeat the process, and then draw the legs, and then you'd send it off again. And then you would open them and you would find like this thing. Might be a person, might be an animal, might be a person, animal, something. And I used to think that was absolutely hilarious as a child. And this book reminds me of this. This is a really good book. Crochet. So crochet. I should have said at the beginning. Got crochet, knitting. Is it? Yeah. Crochet, knitting, and a quilting project. So if you don't crochet and you are looking to start, this is really well written, and all you need for the majority of these monsters is to do a double crochet, or that's in English, and a single crochet in American terms. I think you might just have to sort of double crochet 2 together for your decreasing. That's what I found. But it's also a really good gift. You know, if you've got a friend that really likes crochet, this would be an absolute fabulous gift to give to a person that's crocheting. I'm not sponsored by Toft, but I think sometimes it's just hard, isn't it, to know, because not only are these a good idea for children, but I think they're quite good for men. They can be quite difficult to buy for, and I know that the men in my family, they would find this quite funny. So you open the book, and then you have these bits here. Let me just go here. So you have like bits for the head, bits for the arms, and then you have the feet. And then on this side is all the instructions for this person. So you could have something like that. And there's so many configurations that you could do. I think the body, you do the head and the body in one piece, and then you add on the bits on the head, whether it's going to be ears, horns. Then these are going to be the arms that go on the body, and then you kind of have like the feet that you can do those. So I'm just, because I lost my place, I don't like fumbling with books. Is that it? Right, let me just put one piece of paper back in. Those of you that have been here before will know that, know the story that I made Bella for my daughter, my youngest daughter. If she was a monster, she's the one that's a hairdresser, that's what I think she would look like. She would have absolutely fabulous hair and glorious horns. Oh, excuse me. And fabulous horns. So I made that for her for a birthday, and I used Stylecraft DK and took 100-gram ball, and then I had some glittery grey yarn odd bit left over, and that looks fabulous. And even though she was, crumbs, yeah, 29, was she 29? No, 28 when I made it for her last year. She absolutely loved it, and it's sitting in her room. And I bought her like a wicker heart, and it sits in there. And every time Alfie goes in, the eldest one, he's like, "Where's my monster?" Because I bought this book. Sorry, I haven't talked yet. Sorry, because I bought this book, yeah, with him in mind, especially. So I'm just trying to find the monster that I was originally going to make for him, for Fred. And I was going to make this one here, but I've made Alfie's, and I will show you that later on. And after making Alfie's, I thought I can't really give that to Fred, because I thought that would perhaps look a bit boring. So, fingers and thumbs. So that's what I make. So that's what I'm aiming to make Fred. And it's kind of going to look, yeah, look like that. So this will make you laugh now. So this is my ball. This is a 400-gram robin, and it's an Aran weight yarn. As you can see, it's enormous. And I think, like many of us crafters, when we start, we buy all sorts and everything because we're so excited, you know, that, oh, we want to make this wonderful thing. And I thought that this was reduced. I just popped into a shop, so I bought this one and then a brown one. The brown isn't as nice as this, and I thought, oh, I'm going to make a jumper, you know, one of those like fisherman jumpers for the boys. The tastes, if you don't make something straight away and you have it in your stash for a while, there's a chance that taste will change. My tastes have changed. It's quite nice actually to work with. It's a lot easier than the other chunky monster that I worked with. So I have made the body. So here he is. So he isn't as big as Alfie's monster. So I've made the head. I've got his sort of tummy, and then I've got to make the arms and the legs, obviously, and then I make those ears, and I'm teaming that with black. So this is Stylecraft Black in Aran, so I think that will go together quite nicely. It does take me quite a while to crochet because my right wrist, it can be a bit dodgy. I think it's the way I'm twisting it with a crochet hook. So I think let me just put my glasses on when I get myself straight rather than be in a tiz. So this yarn recommends that it should be between a 5 and a 7. And what I didn't realise when I was making the monster, that I should have gone down a size with I can't say it now. Now I've thought about it. Aragamani. Toys, basically, crochet toys. So you're supposed to go down a size, a couple of size needles. And I'm quite a loose crocheter. I think it's due to the fact that I can hold the yarn in my left hand, but I can't wrap it round and work it. But I went back and I read the book properly, and it actually tells you what size hook you should use. So I'm using a 6, and it's only one of these, and I think these are like quite a cheap set. I didn't have any, so it's a 6. That show up. I'll cover my face. So that's what I am working on this week. I was kind of saying to myself, oh yeah, you've bitten off more than you can chew. I've had some other stuff like going on that wasn't within my control, and that was more important, to sort that out. I was giving myself a talk, and I thought, look, get the monster done. If you give the monster, he'll be absolutely made up. You've got Alfie, so that will be fine. But then I'm thinking, well, yeah, but I did say this and whatever. I want to do this and that. Morning. I thought I'd just come on and say hello, let you know how far I'm getting along with Fred's presents. So I think yes, I did. I showed you the Toft monster that I was working on. This is in the Aran. So I've done the legs, so I've got that far. Just got to sew some of my ends in, but that's going to be his legs. Let's just see. So I've got Benjamin today, so I won't be getting anything done during the day. So his legs will look something like that. Yeah. So the next thing to do is to do his arms, and they'll be exactly the same. So that's good. So I've got the arms and then I've got the head. So I feel that I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. I've done the body, done the legs, so do the head. Okay. Oh, I still feel you're a bit lime. Oh, perhaps I should, I was going to say introduce my t-shirt. I don't need to introduce my t-shirt. It's my knockoff Spice Girl t-shirt. So I'm in my scruffs today. I thought my glasses were wonky the other day when I was editing. I think it's my face. Yeah, I think I'm got a wonky face. So, Freddie's Toft monster, which you'll have seen the wall and everything, so I'm not going through all that. I've had a look at the editing and I've kind of repeated myself, so I think I'm going to have to do a bit more. So, he's got his legs on. How can I show you this? Ta-da! Ta-da! So he's got his belly. So he's got his legs, his monster legs. I think, to be honest, I could have brought them forward a bit more, but that's how they are. That's how our monster is. So yes, so he's lovely. So he's just got his arms to go on. So they're made. You can see them sort of coming together now. So yes, that's a lot better. I really I'm really pleased with how that's coming along so far. So I just need to sew the loose bits in, stuff it, and then sew it on, says she. And then it's working on his head. So I've got the bits that are going to go on his head. So again, that's just stuffing it and getting it sewn together. So I'm going to do the arms tonight. That's the plan. So we're 2 days away from Fred's birthday, so all this has got to be finished by tomorrow night. Will I do it? Will I do it? So now my knitting project. And I do think that I'll probably be able to finish this by next week, as long as I'm not interrupted. So please, please, no visitors this week. So this is what I'm going to make for Fred. I'm going to make him this hat. So I was able to measure him. They stayed on. Stayed on Sunday night. Stayed on the Sunday night. So I now have his measurements. 21-inch head. To measure mine, see what I am. So let's just get my yarn together for this. 36. Oh, so organised, not today, sorry. One of those days, there's a problem with my computer. My husband's in there sorting it out. I was trying to edit my last video, but I've got a third of the way through, and that's what I'm waiting for. So it says to fit child or adults, page 94. You love this when you get these books and then you have to go to this page and that page, right, sizing. Let's have a look. Okay, it doesn't tell you. Sizing. Okay, it doesn't tell me, but I think it's not far off an adult size. So you've got a lovely lady there wearing it. I think I'm going to do a little bit of modification here, and I think where the hat is. No, I was going to say I think I need to do a rib, but looking at this closely, I can just see that it's got a rib on there, so maybe I don't need to do that. I don't want to swamp his little head, bless him. So yarn, I think I showed you last time I was going to use Stylecraft. I've got a really nice orange, like pumpkin orange, that I was going to use. And then I'd remembered that I had this in my stash. So I have this. What do you think of that? Put my head out of the way. So this is Sublime, and it's a DK, and it's a Tweedy, and it is, what does it say? It's 60% wool and 40% cotton. So I thought that would be really nice. So I have that for the tiger. I have this. I think I'm going to use this for his nose. Well, that'd be his, no, it's not his mouth. Be his snout kind of thing, wouldn't it? And his eyes. So I've got that. So I'm going to use that. And I might. That looks like that's a lime green. The eyes look like they're a lime green. I don't know what a tiger's eyes look like, but I've got a blue. So, and then in my trusty Stylecraft. I think I've shown you this before. These are all my odds and ends of Stylecraft. So I think I need a pink for the nose, which I think that will do. And then I need, well, I need this limey green, don't I? But I've kind of only got that. I think it's a lot limier than that. That looks quite an aqua colour. So I'll need to think about the eyes, and then I've got some black. So that's easy, so I'm going to just use that. So I think, take one of those off. Black. So I can hold it. Pink for the nose. I think that quite works, doesn't it? I don't know what colour a tiger's nose is. But is it black? Is it like a dog? Can't say I've got that close to a tiger, so I don't know. Next project that I wanted to do for Freddie was the tiger hat. I've noticed when I was showing you on camera last that it has got a rib, and I've been online because I hadn't. They've got sort of a limey green for its eyes, so I went online and was googling sort of tigers to see what they had. So I'm going to use this obviously for the tiger. I think that'll be for his fur, which I think is quite a good match. And then this is going to be for his eyes. And then I'll sort of phone in my daughter. I'm sure that we all do this when you want to project. You just need like a little bit of something to see if she had anything. And she had, I wanted like a dirty pink. I only got like a baby pink, candy pink. So she came to my rescue. And this is something I think she had off a magazine. It was in a box. So I'm helping her out by using this. So I think that's a much better match. And then I wanted like a dirty sort of ambery colour, I suppose. So she's come up with that. So I'm going to give that a go as well. And I think that's a much better colour combination. Yeah. And then obviously I've got the black Stylecraft DK, so I feel a lot happier today. So I'm not sure if I'll get any chance to do anything today because I've got, as I say, I've got Benjamin all day and then I've got a Zoom call tonight and I'm normally knackered. But yeah, and this is, I hadn't read the pattern properly, but it's Intarsia method, and then I think some of the black you're going to sew on top, and there's a chart in there to show you're not, yeah, it's a kind of, that's a chart there. I can do that. So yes, I feel quite happy with my progress. So I'm in Friday, I'm in Sunday, so I'll be doing a lot of work then, and Saturday I'm out. So Friday I intend to lay my quilt out. And one of the reasons I've not started it is because of the binding. Went out yesterday, couldn't find what I wanted. I was thinking of a ribbon, but I think I'm just going to use a cotton to make my binding, so I'll do that and go and choose that tomorrow, and then I'll be ready to start, hopefully, she says. So let's wait and see. So I'll see you later. Hello. Thought I'd come on and share some progress with the hat, the tiger hat that I'm making for Frederick. Read the book properly, or read the pattern properly. 2 sizes, one size that should fit 4 to 5 year olds, and one size that should fit adults. So Fred's 4 on Friday, so it should fit him, hopefully. And then my daughter came over the other day, she raided her stash. So I've got these sort of things, that's looking a lot gold. Oh no, that's not the one I'm going to use. So this, she gave me this. So this is like an amber, yeah, sort of an amber colour, amber for the eyes, and that's the colour she's given me for the nose. So that's my sort of yarn choice, which I'm really happy with. I say it's Intarsia, that's the technique that the pattern calls for, and this is how far I've done today, how far I've got. I only cast it on this morning. I was up early. Let's turn it around. So that's I've literally just done the rib on the hat. Look how gorgeous that is knitting up. And I'm just doing a knit one, purl one rib. I should really, I suppose, have I just follow the pattern, and that's the start of his mouth. So yes, I am loving that. So I've done the rib, and the next part of the pattern is to go through the chart, which is that. And I've got to do rows 1 to 36, and it looks like all these bits I'm going to have to go over. I can't remember what it's called. So cast on using the thumb method, and it doesn't say. Swiss darn. Crumbs. Doesn't bode well for me today, does it? So Swiss darn. Today I'm waiting for my eldest daughter to come and get me. We're going to go to Black Sheep Walls to look for some baby yarn. I have got some limited supply, but one of my stepson's girlfriend's favourite colours is mustard. So I want to go and have a look at what they've got, and see if I can sort of pair it with yarn that I do have. So that's what I'm doing today. Oh, and we're going to have dinner tonight. Husband and my 2 girls, which I can't remember last time we did that. Once these babies come along, you just tend to do things as a family. So yeah, so that'll be really nice. Going to a different restaurant. We have been there before, but yeah, we don't quite know. But we're just going to do it. We're going to be brave. We'll be careful. Wear our masks. Have our germ gel, and they'll obviously have to adhere to the conditions. So it'll be fine. So no cooking, and best of all, no clearing up. That's what I don't do the cooking. Yeah, no clearing up. So I'm going to make the use of the time that I've got about half an hour, and I'm just going to do a little bit on Fred's quilt. So anything I do is better than nothing. That's what I think. Speak to you later. To the knitting project, which is the hat. So that's what I'm making. I think when I showed you, was it Saturday, I just completed the rib. So I have got this far. Let's show you. So I've got as far as, yeah, would you call this a snout? I'm not sure. So I've got as far as, obviously I've done the nose, and I'm just going up. These black bits here are the bottom of the eyes. And I'm really pleased with all the yarn that I've used. I'm really pleased with this Sublime. So there's his tiger markings. There's still got a little bit of sewing to go on. But yeah, I'm just looking at that and wondering if I've missed one row for the nose. I can just go over that. But yeah. So it is absolutely sweltering here. I don't know how 28 degrees is it here? And in England we only get sort of these temperatures for a few days, and then that's it. So by Wednesday we can have rain. But he's going to be wearing this, whether he likes it or not, because I've made it. Hopefully he'll put it on. So yeah, so that's that. And then I've got this colour for the eyes. So yeah, that's going to go really nice. That pink is a lot better than the baby pink I had, and I just really, that's all I needed. So I'll be able to give this back to my daughter. I don't want it in my stash. I'll have to find something to do with it. So yeah, so that's good. So I'm pleased with that. So on progress. So that's what we'll be working on tonight, as well as the arms. Does it take you a long while? Or let's rephrase that. Does it take you quite a while to sew up than what you actually think it's going to do? Yeah, I do too. So we'll see. Right. And then my third and final project is quilting, and I just thought I should have laid this on the floor. But if you've seen my video, not the one that's just going to go up, the one before that, I think I was talking about my bucket list, and I'd sort of lay it on the floor, then I think you can get a good idea. So this is curtain material, like a linen. Is it linen? It's absolutely beautiful. And I bought this at the Knit and Stitch show. There's the tiger there. He appears a couple of times, a couple of years ago. So, for the backing, I thought I'd got orange, but for some reason I've cut a big hole out in the middle. I don't know why. So I've got this fleece, and I've used this on the back of a quilt, and it came out really nice. The sticking point for this, I don't know what you're like when you're quilting. I tend to have everything together, or I know exactly what I'm going to need. So I've got my top, I've got my backing, I've got plenty of wadding. It's what I'm going to finish it with, and I think that was what was putting me off starting it. Look at those blowing bubbles. Look at that on there. You see that, those two. When we do that, we blow bubbles. We've got beautiful zebra. I absolutely love this fabric. Looks like somebody's just done a watercolour. So I think I'm going to get some ribbon. I've never bound a quilt with ribbon, but I might just pop somewhere tomorrow and go and have a look. Hello. It's the Friday before Fred's birthday. His birthday's on Wednesday next week. So I finally laid my fabric out, cut it up roughly, and I'm just about to go to the kitchen table and spray it. Then I need to sort my cottons and then have a test piece and then start going for it. And this is my downfall. That I doubt myself. And as I said at the beginning of the year, I've got to change my language so that in order to change my mindset and believe in myself. So I believe in myself that I can quilt this beautiful fabric, and believe myself that I'll finish it in time to gift it next Wednesday. So I've got a couple of hours this afternoon. Hopefully I can get an hour in tomorrow before I do anything, before I go out. And then I've got Sunday and Monday. I'm supposed to be having the boys, supposed to be babysitting the boys, but I can hardly work on this while they're around. And then it's sewing the binding. I've just found something. Amazing, isn't it, when you get these pieces, get given these things. I've got 2.5 inch binding. I've just got some white, but I'm fairly sure I've got some red as well. So I think I might dig those out and go and have a look for that. That was one of the dogs. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. I've got my Gangster Girl t-shirt on today. And yeah, see the toys that Benjamin had out yesterday. Right, and I'll go and do a bit of work and come back to you another time. Hello. So I'll come back on today I'm conscious. I've been in here all afternoon working on Fred's quilt. I'm just going to turn you round just so that I can show you a little bit of the progress that I've made. Right. For those that sort of don't know anything about quilting, you're supposed to sort of start in the middle and then work your way out, and you're also supposed to leave no more than like a hand span gap. So I've gone around here, you can see sort of the outline. I just want to make it like a bit of a bubble, but that I'm going to need to do a bit more work with that. So I've gone around these two here, sort of blowing bubbles, so they're outlined. While I was doing that, I was just looking at the bubbles, and I'm thinking that I might see perhaps if I can do a bit of hand sewing, maybe not all of them, but perhaps just pick out, you know, some big bubbles. That would look quite nice. I've also gone round here and outlined this house. Gone around the bus. Any of you that know me will know. Oh, and a couple of the trees. Yeah, I've gone through the trees, and it's just really just to pick out some details. I haven't gone around that bit yet, but I've gone around the bus. Yeah, up to the lamppost, and sort of come up here, gone round, and sort of just traced. Oh no, I haven't. That's what I'm going to have to do from here, I think. Just working out where I'm going to trace. But I've gone along here and here, just to pin it all down. So I need to start here, I think, and go round these two. Yep, I've gone around these two on the top. So I've gone around these two on the top. And then I've gone around the tiger and the giraffe. So I've got this little corner to work on. And then here I've gone round, the zoo house. And a couple, the old deer, that's probably me on a good day. And then I've picked out the windows. So, yeah, here and there, just to secure that down. So, yeah, I'm quite pleased. So I think, just looking at this again, I think I might pick out a couple of bits just to hand stitch. There's me and Mr. Jax. Is he giving me flowers, or am I giving him flowers? I can't quite work that out. But this is the shape of Fred's dog. He's got one of our Jack Russells. He's very long, but he's black and white. That's more like a Dalmatian. Well, whatever it is. And then I will end up going that way. So yes, that's as far as I've got. I've got my glasses on. I can realise they're still wonky, so that I'm tired now. I'm going to give that a rest, and I'll be on to the crochet monster. 2 arms are done, 2 legs are done. So I'm just working on the head, and I think tomorrow I'm going to sew that together. So I don't think I'm doing too bad. I do feel the pressure's on, and it's all my pressure. He doesn't need to have all these 3 things, but just being a grandma, you see these things and you think, oh, he'd like that. He'd like that. I'd like to give it to him. I'd like to make it. You underestimate everything, but it'd be interesting to see how much I get done. I'm out. What's today? Friday. Do you know what? I forget. Do you do this? You immerse yourself in your craft and you forget sort of where you are, what the time is, what the date is. I'm out tomorrow. So my daughter's coming to pick me up. We're going out. So I think she's picking me up at 11. So hopefully I'll have a couple of hours to do something. Then I'll have to get myself decent for going out into the wide world. So might speak to you tomorrow, but might be Sunday. Okay, bye. Hello, it's me again. It's Sunday morning, the 18th of July. I'm still on my nightie. Say Sunday morning, I think it's Sunday afternoon, about 1 o'clock. I've just spent a couple of hours on the quilt, so I've gone around the tiger now, and the giraffe, I've missed the flamingo and the elephant, but I've come down here, finished all these trees and the kites. What's that, like an American goose, isn't it? Lady flying a kite, people waiting at the bus stop. Gone around the bike. This is, yep, the house. So I've gone around that, sort of come over here, and I'm down. Yeah, come down here. I'm just about to do the woman on the scooter. I've done the bike, the geese, the other history museum, this house, Prader Shops, another zoo house. I've gone round there. So I'm hot now, hot and bothered. So I'm really pleased with how it's all coming together. It's a good couple of hours work in there. So once I have this and I go on to here, I'm halfway. So I think I'm just going to do the lady on the scooter, and then I'm going to have a break, and then come back and do a bit more. So, progress on Freddie's quilt. And this has been a mammoth task. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see. Yeah, can you see how I've just sort of picked out bits on the quilt, and I've just gone round and sort of puffed it out a bit, sort of like bubbles. Yeah, but this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Not my quilting, the fabric. But yeah, and my most favourite bit, apart from Mr. and Mrs. Jack's, on here, let's see if I can see it. Let me have a look. Oh, it's the tiger. Just sort of popping round the corner. He is absolutely glorious. So I've made him stand out with the giraffe. I quite like giraffes. I showed my daughter this fabric this morning, Freddie's mum. I don't think I'd shown her what I was doing, and she absolutely loves it. So yeah, that's coming along lovely. Be able to see a bit more detail on the back. Yeah, just sort of quilted it and held it together. So my next job with that is to square it all up and then attach the binding. What's the time now? 20 to 5. So I'm wondering if I could square it up and get some of the binding on. That would be a good job done. And then just hand sewing. Just hand sewing. Which that I like to hand sew the back of the binding onto the quilt. It does take a while, but I just think it's a really lovely finish to the quilts, and I just think that I'm putting a bit of my love into the quilt for the recipient. It's mainly the boys that I've made quilts for. I think I made one for my husband, one for my mum. Yeah, and I just sit there quietly. It's quite meditative, just quite mindful. Just sort of slowly stitching and just sitting there, and you'd be surprised at like the memories that will come back, and just sort of imagining what his face would be like. I think I said we were getting him a trampoline. We're not getting him a trampoline. My daughter's, she's bought the trampoline. So that was Thursday night, so I'm like, oh my word. Thank the Lord for online shopping. So I've ordered him some Duplo, that's arrived. So that's another thing on my list. I haven't got my card yet. That's what I found over the last 18 months is things that you forget that you just used to pop out and do. But I'm not doing that. I'll order that online, so I better go and do that first before I do this. It's okay, so I'll see you tomorrow for a roundup. Let's see how far I've got. My eldest daughter could tell I was a bit hot and flustered and stressed this morning, so she's like, Mum, just give him the monster. Just concentrate on that and it'll be fine. The hat can wait till winter. But yeah, we'll see. I've got the boys tomorrow morning, so I've got hopefully an hour before dinner. This evening, tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, and a bit of Wednesday morning. So we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye. Good afternoon and welcome. No, I shouldn't be saying welcome because this is going to be at the end of the video. Oh, it's so hot here in the northwest. It's Friday the 23rd of July. So you will have seen all my projects, all my work that I was carrying out over the last sort of week, 10 days for Fred's birthday. See the highs and the lows and the craziness. Oh my word, it's so hot here. It is 31 degrees in this room. The sun comes through in the summer and it's just like a greenhouse. So I've got my hair down for you. It's been up in a ponytail. I can see I've got a bit of a crinkle. Oh, I need to have water. Sorry. So let me explain. The reason that I decided to see if I could put a little podcast together for you is just to show you the journey of, a crafter. This is me. Some people might be a bit more organised, might have planned a bit better. So for Fred's birthday, I wanted to make him a quilt. I'd had the fabric and was trying to remember, I think it was 2018, I bought the fabric down at the London Knitting and Stitching Show. I suppose like most people, you go to these shows and you're so enthusiastic and so inspired that you buy loads of stuff with the greatest intention that you're going to do everything. But yeah, I didn't get around to doing it. So I wanted to do my quilt. It was supposed to be ready last Christmas 2020, and I've got 3 grandsons, so it's a quilt for each of them, which they take quite a bit of time. I find the patchwork that comes together sort of pretty quickly. It's the actual quilting, the pattern that you put on top of your quilt, and then the binding. I sew my binding on the front with the sewing machine, and then I hand stitch, and that's what takes the time. So last Christmas I was feeling a bit overwhelmed by having these projects, and Lindsay Tranter from Stitch Create Love, I think she had that as part of her discussion, the fact that not only do we want to make so many projects to gift to people, also if you make multiple projects it just becomes more and more sort of time consuming, perhaps takes the joy out of it. So straight away I just crossed all 3 quilts off last Christmas, and I thought, right, that's okay. I'll do them next year. And probably if I'm going to make them a quilt, it would be much better if I give them a quilt for their birthdays, because their birthdays are July, September and November. So that's nicely spread out through the year. Yeah. It sounded good, didn't it? It sounded really good in theory. And it's a good idea. But in practice, just a lot had gone on. I hadn't started as early as I wanted to, but did I finish the quilt? Or did I not finish the quilt? I finished it. Now, and one thing I would like to put a disclaimer out there. Normally when I show you things, they're hopefully in pristine condition. Fred's birthday was Wednesday, so he has had the quilt. He doesn't live too far away from me, so he's having the same temperature. He's our little woolly baby. He will go to bed wrapped in a blanket, numerous. He just loves the feel of it, the comfort, I suppose. So he's gone to bed with nothing on. No, sorry, tell a liar. He's the one that had his pyjamas on, plus his quilt. It's too hot. But it's finished. Oh, crumbs. So, well, yeah. And I've literally, I couldn't find my walking foot either, so I was like, oh, so I've literally had my straight foot on my sewing machine on a long stitch and literally been manipulating the fabric through my quilt. So this was what, last Friday, I think I put the 3 layers together. I think I sandwiched the first part of the quilt. If I can show you, let me just see. So it's kind of like a bubble, just going around them. Okay, gonna sit there, be very quiet. You're gonna wave to everybody. All right, you sit on the sofa till Grandma's finished talking about Fred's quilt. So I think we're going to have a little visitor today. So I've literally, just gone round like the main things and just a bubble. I would have liked to have done some hand sewing on the bubbles. Where are they there? But I think I was a bit delirious with all the heat that I'd made. I did the bust, which is one of Fred's favourite features on the quilt. Let me just see. Show you where I've gone through. If you can see the outline on the tree, on the palm tree. I don't know what is a palm tree there. Right, I've just put the quilt on the floor. I think that perhaps can give you a bit more of an idea of what I have been working on. I've just tried to sort of go around as much as I can. If you can see, sort of seeing the elephant going down here. That's it, going down here, around the trees, around the bus. I told Fred this was Grandma and Grandad, and he thought that was really funny, and that Grandad was given some flowers, and he said that the dog looked like Buster, like his dog. So I'm really pleased, really pleased, and he absolutely loves his tiger. One thing we did together on Wednesday is we were looking for things, so I think actually we will start to play I Spy with this quilt. So yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with it, chuffed to bits. Oh, and the binding, let me just show you the binding if this isn't, so that's the binding. It's got a slight pattern on it. Yeah, so it's got a slight pattern on it. It's a kind of a little bit like snakeskin. Oh, I'm too hot to sit down. Right, let's see if I've got you in exactly the same place. I've got my toot over there. You probably didn't even notice, and now I've told you, you're probably just looking. So yes, so to say that I'm just a bit of it is an understatement. That was hard work working on that. I'll put some close-up shots as well, so you can have a look at that. And then my second item, which was a crochet item, is the Toft monsters. So he's over here, and he has been loved a lot. So here he is. Let me just show you. So here he is. Here's Fred's alien monster. So there are his legs, and I'm really chuffed how this has come out. So I had that great big 400-gram ball. I haven't weighed it. I think it's quite a lot. Obviously, there's quite a lot left there, and that's what I've got left of the Aran. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that to one side, and I quite like to make some hats for the homeless. It's a really good idea to make acrylic because they have very limited sort of washing facilities, very limited sort of life, for their items. So I think that would be a lot better for them. So yes, so he's a handsome devil. Yeah, so Fred absolutely loves him. So this is why we do it, when we get the reaction, and he's just right for Fred, just right for Fred. So yes, so I'm chuffed to bits with you. Yeah. So this was a lot easier to work on than Alfie's. It wasn't as thick as Alfie's, and I can crochet and I can hold the yarn in my left hand, but I'm not very good at wrapping. It doesn't tend to stay there that long, but I've been told when you crochet you adjust a lot more of your left hand than if you were knitting and had the yarn like in your right hand. So perhaps that's something I've got to just think about. But yeah, success. And then my third and final project was the tiger hat that I was going to make for Fred. And this book, I've seen it in the works this week, and I think that must have been where I got it from. And I can't remember. The books are normally about £5, or just under over. So if you wanted to go and have a look, I think I can show you all the lovely hats that are in here. So you've got quite a few different hats. So that's a good buy for a lot of presents. Let's say children and adult. Oh, I forgot to bring the yarn in that I used. Let me just get the hat. As I say, I finished the hat Tuesday night, and I'd forgotten with Intarsia how many ends you have to sew in. So I took that with me Wednesday, and I took it to the party and I was sewing some in, but I didn't get a chance to do the ears. I think I had the boys on Tuesday, and instead of coming home, I took them. We had to go into town, then I took them to the park, and we just enjoyed being in the park, being together, and the sun shining. So that's what we did. So this is ready, and Freddie's getting it tonight. So are you ready for this? It's a little bit too big for the heads I'm going to show you. So I think this must just be a small head. But here we are. Ta-da! So this is what's making me laugh more than anything. There. So I'm really chuffed, really chuffed. And I think, and I've got it on here, wonky. You can see that. So lovely. It was knitted flat, which I think most Intarsia is knitted flat, and then there's a bit of Swiss darning over the tops. The pink that my daughter gave me for the nose, I'm really pleased with, and also that amber that she gave me for the eyes. It needed a little bit, so I just wound it up and given it to her back, or it's on the table, ready for her to take back. But I think Fred is going to absolutely love this. And this colour that I had is all in my stash. This it's in the other room. I'll put it underneath, or put it in my show notes. I'll put it in my show notes if you want to have a look. Absolutely perfect colours. And then the black is the Stylecraft Aran. So I think Freddie's going to be really pleased, and I can just imagine him having this hat on when his mum takes him out. He'll be running around scaring everybody. So yeah, so that'll go with his quilt. And I've got some yarn to go to make him some mittens, but I think it's a lot more orangey, so I'll decide what I'm going to do. But we'll definitely make him a pair of mittens for the winter. So yeah, I'm really pleased.
Hi guys, this is my big monster, and his name is Duh.
You can stand up so they can see how big he is. He's bigger than you, isn't he? Should we put the camera back a bit?
Like that.
Well, nearly. He's about as big as Benjamin, isn't he?
Yeah.
There's his legs.
Hello.
So what do you think of your monster?
Really cool.
Now sit down so the camera can see you. Right. And how long have you had to wait for this monster?
A year and a half.
That's not being held to account. So have you let Grandma off the hook now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we can't see you. We can't see you because he's so big. Can't see your lovely face. Right. So he's just a bit bigger, isn't he, than Fred's?
It's very hot today.
It is very hot today, isn't it? So is that it? You're all gone bashful. Go on, you can go. So that was Alfie. He's very shy, very shy. So yeah, this is his monster. So, and it was a monster of one to make. And as I say, I bought that book. Oh, Might even be 2 years ago, and with the intention of making something for Alfie, and he's had to wait the longest, but they're just so hilarious. So I'll have to put some pictures in just so that you can see how how big they are. So I hope that you've enjoyed today. As I say, I thought it might be an interesting, just something a bit different. So now, I do know what I'm going to be working on. I've got some other things. So I've been flat out. I haven't done anything more on my dolly cardigan. I'm just looking because it's on the table. I'm a bit too hot to be working on this. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. If you haven't subscribed and you've enjoyed the content, please subscribe. And if you're not sure, go and look at my previous podcast and see what you think of that. So, my lovelies, I will leave you on this very sunny, very hot Friday afternoon. I'm going to go and sort something out for dinner. I've been asked if he can have chicken for his dinner tonight, so that's what I'm going to do. I've had him for the day on his own, which is an absolute I don't know how to explain. An absolute treat. That's what it's been. It's been a treat. Had boys on Thursday, and then we had the little one yesterday. So that's why it wasn't finished yesterday. But I'm glad it's over. Will I do it all over again? Yeah, probably. But I'm not making a chunky monster. So till next time, be safe, be careful, and I'll see you soon.